This is Dr. Fate's issue number 3. It is good. The Justice League are in it. This one is Batman. If you don't know what he looks like, if you've never seen one of the films, well, this is what Batman looks like. This character, he is called Miracle Man. He is an old Jack Quimby character from the Eternals. And this one, there has been debate. Some people are saying that I am wrong, that this character isn't the Vision. They're saying that it is someone called Martin Manhunter, but I have never heard of that character, and this is clearly the Vision. I've read loads of comics with him in, like the Avengers, so I don't know why people are convinced I am wrong, and that it's some bloke called Martin. But I'm just going to dig into the comic because it is good. What has happened is, Dr. Fate, he has been taken over. He has been possessed by Venom from Spider-Man. And we've got all this internal monologue with Dr. Fate. He's trying to argue with the Venom symbiote. He's trying to take back control of his body. But it isn't working. He's being overwhelmed by the Venom symbiote. And he's doing all this evil stuff. Like he's making all these evil smiles. And he's making this person fall from the sky, really naughty stuff. And there is a guest appearance there by the actor Ronald Reagan's, and you can tell Dr. Fate is really evil now because look at this sinister smile. He is so evil, actually. If you look, even his fingers are trying to do sinister smiles. And then we cut to the Justice League. And I really like this scene. The Justice League, they are in their base. It is the Vision, Miracle Man, and Green Lanterns. Gary Gardner, my favourite Green Lanterns. And they're talking about how everything is going bad now that Dr. Fate has been taken over by Venom. And we've got this little bit here where someone off panel says, "Hope appears in the most surprising places." How long have you been standing there? Long enough. It was Batman. Batman was saying this. That is really good. This is like an optimistic Batman. That is something that you just don't see in modern DC comics anymore. And then the Panther Stranger shows up and he looks really good there. Really good image. This whole scene actually, it is a Dr. Fate's comic, but it is also a good Justice League story. And then we get a little bit of Dr. Fate's origin. He was on an expedition in Egypt with his dad, and then his dad died, and then he became Dr. Fate. And then we see Venom. He is doing some more naughty stuff with Dr. Fate's body. He has turned his hand into another evil smile. And this is just one step too far. So the Justice League show up and they're saying, "We have come for you." But he just laughs about it because he thinks it's like a joke because they're not powerful enough to fight him. He's like, ha 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 ha. And this really annoys Batman, you can see, because Batman, he doesn't like jokes. So he's going to start fighting and he makes another mouth appear and it shoots loads of acid at Batman. And this fella, he's blooming obsessed with mouths, isn't he? And all that's left of Batman is his legs. Batman is dead. And this really upsets Gary Gardner, Green Lanterns, and he rushes in to try and avenge his fallen teammate. And the thing is, this is one of those bits I like with Gary Gardner, where they kind of show he's meant to be like a mean and nasty character, but this is like his human side. Like, he doesn't really like Batman. Batman gets under his skin and bosses him about, and now Batman has died and he's kind of really upset by it, and he's rushing to fight Dr. Fate for him. Really good this. And then what happens is Venom, he makes another mouth appear on Dr. Fate's body, and Green Lanterns gets eaten by that mouth and he comes out the bum as a skeleton. So now he is dead as well. And Panther Stranger, he says, "Oh, this was probably a bad idea. I shouldn't have brought all of you. You are not really powerful enough to fight Dr. Fate." So Panther Stranger, he goes to try and fight Dr. Fate himself. And he starts off by trying to confuse him by saying, "I love you." And that is funny, isn't it? And it actually works. It does confuse Venom. He doesn't know what to make of that. But the anger kind of takes over. So he just lashes out at Panther Stranger. And he's really beating him up. And Panther Stranger isn't even powerful enough to fight Dr. Fate. And he gets beaten. And then Dr. Fate / Venom rips Panther Stranger's soul out through his mouth and crushes it. And it turns to butterflies. And now the Panther Stranger is dead. And you're probably thinking, well, who on all the DC universe is going to be able to stop Dr. Fate now that Venom has taken him over? And the answer is this random person who shows up, completely ordinary man, just saying, call me Fate. To be continued. And there is an advert there for the Snow Patrol. They have got a telly show coming out soon. This is a good comic. I didn't go too in depth because I think you should track it down and read it. The whole mini-series. It was 4 issues. It was a good little Dr. Fates as a story. It introduced the female Dr. Fates, which is good because it is progressive. And it also has the Justice League in it, and they were written well. It has got the Pants of the Stranger in it. It has got Venom in it. Really good. I rate it 7 thumbs up.